Think realtors make a huge amount of money? Think again. Today I'm breaking down the real numbers behind what agents actually take home and why most agents net less than 50% of their gross commission income. Even though the industry, right, it celebrates massive GCI like it's pure profit when we all know that it is nowhere close to what the net actually is. If you have ever wondered why your bank account doesn't match your award plaque, this video is going to change everything. In real estate, we all know everything is based on GCI, gross commission income, award ceremonies, rankings, production levels, all of it. But GCI is like a vanity metric. Like it looks great on paper, but it tells you nothing about the actual profit, the net income, like nothing. It's completely different. So let's break this down with real numbers so we can all see exactly what I mean. Let's just use like easy numbers. Let's say $500,000. For example, let's say they received a 3% commission. So we all know that that's $15K. We all have different broker splits. So some are higher than this, some are less than this, but there's always a broker split. Just for fun, I'm going to say it's 15%. So that puts us down to $12,700, right? Okay, we need to also put some money aside for taxes. Do you want to put 20% away? Do you want to put 25% away? Do you want to put 30% away? All of these numbers, I have to pick something. So I'm going to pick 25%. So now we're under 10K. So we're $9,560. Now let's subtract the real expenses, which are, let's say, our CRM, our gas, our signs, our photography, our phone, our MLS dues, our assistants, our marketing tools. Easily another 10 to 15%. Easily. Suddenly you're sitting at 50% net, if not a lot less than that, depending on your business model. And that's before we even mention any cost per lead. If you are buying leads, running ads, or using paid platforms, like your cost to acquire is so much higher. So why do agents feel broke? That's one reason. The reason most realtors feel like they are barely hanging on because they are unknowingly, and I'm guilty. In the beginning, I did this, running low profit businesses like masks like a high GCI, right? And the industry celebrates numbers that don't even tell the full story. But you can fix this. I fixed this. For over a decade, my net was so much higher than so many people that their GCI was so much higher. You just need a different business model, one that actually produces profit. Like, how do we become more profitable? There are 3 keys to building a highly profitable real estate business. So let's break them down. Before I dive in, if you could take just 1 second out of your day and hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up. I'm going to give you some good information here, but if you could just hit subscribe real quick, that'd be amazing. Thank you very much. So number 1 is become a referral-based business. A referral-based business is the most profitable business model in real estate. It's the most scalable. I mean, there are so many benefits to it. One reason, why do we become a referral-based business? Your sales price most likely just averagely goes up. Mine did significantly. So referrals trust you. They follow your advice. They close smoother. They list at a realistic price. They buy at a higher average. There's higher trust. It usually equals like a higher sales price. And depending on who your circle is, hopefully that is a higher sales price. Another reason for that is no cost to acquire the lead. Outside of your consistent marketing plan, your referral costs, there is nothing like, obviously we have a referral plan. Like hopefully you've got like some mailings you're doing, doing some videos, you're doing some birthday cards. Yes, those do cost, but nothing like lead gen costs. So there's no paid ads, there's no lead buying, there's no cost per click, no cold lead nurturing for months and months and months. Another reason, you use less time. Oh my gosh, the amount of time I saved when I shifted my business to a referral-based business versus working endless hours, call one more contact, set one more appointment. When I shifted to a referral-based business, my income 4 times, the ease of my business, my hours went down. Yes, did I implement a ton of systems and so many things? Absolutely. In order for my hours to go down, yes. But like the difference is huge. Referrals convert faster. Obviously, that's your time, right? They don't waste your time as much, and less time spent means higher profitability per client. You guys, time is money. If we were following up with people for 6 months to a year versus a seller or a buyer just calling you, that is time, which equals money. Next is number 2, never use commission-based buyer agents in a referral-based business. Now, if you run a cold business, that's like a totally different conversation. But in a referral-based business, if a buyer comes from your relationship, your branding, your marketing, your past clients, your community, why in the world are you giving up 50% of your commission to a buyer's agent? Especially when we already lose so much in terms of taxes and splits and overhead. Like, we went over all of those numbers, plus giving away 50% of your commission. It is by far one of the biggest profit killers in the industry. You are already giving away half of an already shrinking commission. It makes no financial sense. If you are running a referral-based business, you are the one that has that relationship. You have been marketing to that person. You are spending the money to market to that person. They just call in and say they want to buy a home, and you're going to give up 50% of your commission. So here's the solution. Number 3, hire W-2 employees, not commission-based, or don't do bonuses. Once you have consistent referrals coming in, you scale using a real business model. You hire W-2 or salaried employees. Do not give bonuses based on closings to your back-end team, to your client managers, to your TCs. Do not give percentage-based pay. I'm talking about being profitable. So if that's not something that's important, then sure, definitely do that. But I'm talking about, how do you become the most profitable you can as a business owner? And that doesn't mean not taking care of your employees. I take great care of my employees, but it means, how are we going to build and scale the smart way? If we're closing 20 or 30 deals and then we all of a sudden are closing 80 deals, I promise that business model is not the smartest business model. So we want to look at, how do we set up a business model for when we're actually doing the business we want to do? Because you don't want to take away something that you gave an awesome employee. You can't take it away once you give it to them. So it's really important to build a business based on what you want it to look like in the future, to make sure that it is still makes sense when you are at such a higher level. So here's why bonuses or the percentage is just not a good idea if we're talking about being profitable. So when your business grows and you're closing 30, 40, 50 plus transactions a year, and you can never take back those bonuses, per transaction bonuses is what I'm talking about, you end up massively overpaying your team member. You're going to overpay them. And every extra closing just digs the hole deeper. Now, yes, do we want to take care of them? Do we want to pay them? Well, absolutely, just not based on per transaction, because if you 4 times your business, do those numbers. It doesn't make sense. So the smarter move is take that money and hire an additional back-end support person so you can scale to the next level, increase efficiency, boost your ideal volume, keep more net profit, or use that money to save and invest for the future. So again, if you're paying a transaction coordinator, or a client manager based on every transaction, and you're closing 80 deals a year plus their salary, you could have hired 2 people and been so much more efficient and scaled to a whole nother level. So this is the way wealthy realtors grow, not by giving away percentages, but by building a real company structure, and building that structure based on what it's going to look like and what your vision is for the future. Real estate income is misunderstood. It just is. It's misunderstood because the industry celebrates GCI, not profitability. I have this example. I was talking to an agent, and he was telling me that he has 17 people on his team. He works 60 hours a week. He makes $150K a year. That makes no sense. The chaos, the time, he could go work as a solo agent and make 3, 4, 5 times that. So again, this video is about being profitable, about growing your business with profit. So build a business that actually pays you. Focus on referrals. Stop giving away commission that doesn't make sense to give away, and build a scalable team using salaries, not percentages. This is the blueprint to becoming not just a top producer, but a highly profitable, financially free real estate agent. Please hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up, shoot a comment if you have a question. And again, if you are an agent just not able to hit those sales numbers that you're wanting to hit, or if you're an agent that's actually making a lot of money but you have no life, click below, book a call with me, and here's your next video.